lesson is regarding coronavirus analysis, and my name is Dhananjay. So the purpose of this project is to analyze COVID-19 pandemic data to extract valuable insights using SQL. This analysis will help us to understand the trend and impact of the virus across different regions of the country. And if we talk about overview, the coronavirus pandemic has had an significant impact on public health and has created an urgent need for data-driven insights to understand the spread of the virus. As a data analyst, we have been tasked with analyzing a coronavirus dataset to derive meaningful insights and present our findings. So the objectives are: first one is extract and clean the COVID-19 data. Second is to perform data analysis to identify trends and patterns. Third one is to generate a report on key metrics such as confirmed cases, death cases, and recoveries. And the fourth one is to identify countries with the highest number of confirmed cases. So the methodology used in this are like the data source is of CSV file, the database used for query writing is Google BigQuery, and the process is like data loading, data cleaning, and query writing. And so the first task is to write a code to check null values. So as we can see, there is no data or no null values available in the data set. And the second one is, if there is any null value, we need to update it with 0 for all the columns. However, as we have already checked, there were no null values, so we do not need to update it with 0. And the third task is to check total number of rows in the data set. So we need to count the total number of rows in the data set. So as we can see, the total number of rows available in data set is 78,386. And the fourth task is to check what is start date and end date in the data set. So we need to check the minimum date for start date and maximum date for end date. So the start date is 22nd of January 2020 and the end date is 13th of June 2021. And the fifth task is to check the number of months present in dataset. So we will use distinct count to check the months available in the dataset. So the total number of months is 12. And the sixth is to find monthly average for confirmed, death, and recovered cases. So we need to extract the month from the date column. So like we can check on the months on every month, and we need to find the average of confirmed, death, and recovered cases, and we will order it by month, so we can like see one by one in the trend in the data. So these are the 12 months available in the data set, and the average confirmed and average deaths and average recovered cases are present on the screen. And the seventh is to find most frequent value for confirmed, death, and recovered cases for each month. So we will group it by month and we will check for every month, and the output is available on the screen. The eighth is to find the minimum values for confirmed cases, death cases, and recovered cases per year. So the minimum values are 0 for both months, and the ninth one is to find maximum values of confirmed deaths recovered per year. So this is the query and the output. 10th one is to the total number of cases of confirmed death recovered each month. So we need to find for each month in this task. So the total number of confirmed cases, death cases, and recovered cases are as follows. And the 11th is to check how coronavirus is spread out with respect to confirmed cases. So this is related to confirmed cases, and we need to find total number of confirmed cases and their average and variance and standard deviation. So this is the total number of confirmed cases and average of confirmed cases and variance and standard deviation. The 12th is to check how coronavirus is spread out with respect to death cases per month. So this is related to death, and we need to check per month. So we need to group it by over month, and we need to check the total confirmed cases and their average, variance and standard deviation. And 13th is to check how coronavirus spread out with respect to recovered cases. So this is related to recovered cases and the total confirmed cases, their average, variance and standard deviation. So this is the code and this is the output. The 14th is to find country having highest number of the confirmed cases. So USA is the country with the highest number of confirmed cases. The number is 33461,982. And the 15th task is to find country having lowest number of death cases. So we have used rank in this because we cannot use minimum. As we can see, there are 4 countries which have 0 total number of deaths, so we need to use rank, and so we can get the correct result. So Dominica, Kiribati, Marshall Island and Samoa are the 4 countries which have 0 number of deaths due to coronavirus. And the 16th is to find top 5 countries having highest recovered cases. So India, Brazil, US, Turkey and Russia. And these are the 5 countries which have highest number of recovered cases in COVID-19. So this was all about this project, and this project aims to leverage SQL for a detailed analysis of COVID-19 data to provide critical insights in aiding in the global effort to understand and mitigate the effects of the pandemic. Thank you so much, mentors, for giving this opportunity to work on this project.